What is going on today, guys? Low Frequency Being here. Welcome back to an episode of WNN, your source for the music and music production news. We got quite a few new plugins today. We're going to talk about the copyright. We're going to talk about Splice false copyright striking a fellow YouTuber. Bad stuff, as well as more. Let's get started. I am so late to the story that I almost debated not even talking about it or making a video about it. I don't know if you guys may have heard this, but the MPC 3.0 open beta is now taking place, and they've added what seem to be some great features. And it's actually a pretty huge update for the workflow of the MPC. It's available for the MPC Live, Live 2, 1, 1 Plus, X, XSE, Key 37, and Key 61. People seem to be excited about the main mode. It gives you fast access to all your tracks in a single area. One thing a lot of people seem to be excited about is the linear arrangement. It makes it more like a DAW. All track types are in a single window. You know, audio and MIDI are both color coded, and there's automation for each track. They've added a track and pad mixer mode, individual XL channel strips for sends and plugins, and you can also change the plugin order now. And it's kind of crazy you couldn't do that before. I can't be the only person that doesn't have an MPC and is kind of enticed to get one now because of this update. You know, I'm always missing that DAW workflow. Just, I love me some computers. I want some computers. In our next story, Soulja Boy claims that he's the first rapper to ever shoot a 3 in a whale's mouth.
Jordan!
I thought that was going to be a different clip there. In our next story, we have something really interesting. Another music creator being silenced for criticism by what I consider to be one of the least likely companies to do this. But they did it, and yeah, I didn't expect Splice to go this low. So the top music attorney released a video a few weeks ago where she went over the Splice terms of service to answer some basic questions and see if there's anything weird in there. For those of you who don't know Splice, you should know Splice. Like, if you're a music producer, you should know Splice. If you don't know it, you're probably not a music producer. Not that Splice is all that matters out there, but anyways, they have samples, drum samples, blah, blah, blah. You pay a monthly fee, you get it. During this video, she showed a license agreement for a sample from their website/app, and because of that, for some reason, Splice felt they were in the right to do a copyright takedown on her video. Yeah, for some reason, that license agreement that anybody can generate when you download a sample, you can't show that. That's a no-no. It's so bizarre to me that they took down this video because it's pretty tame, in my opinion, from what I had seen. I mean, it's going over terms of service. Like, it's not the most interesting thing in the world. Filing a false DMCA against a music lawyer, I'm not really sure how they thought this would pan out. For those of you that don't know, false copyright strikes are a big no-no on YouTube. If you get 3 copyright strikes before they run out, your channel gets terminated. It's one thing to do when somebody has actually stolen your video and re-uploaded it without commentary or anything done to it, but doing it in order to maliciously hide something or to silence criticism, that's bad. Don't do that. Bad. So she stated in her follow-up video that she actually got a cease and desist from Splice via email. They stated that she may have mischaracterized some things and could be causing confusion, and they wanted her to issue a new statement or retraction, etc. I will say this, I did watch part of her video, and it's a long one. It's like 40 minutes going over the terms of service, so it's a hard watch, in my opinion. But there was one moment where I was kind of like, I'm not sure about that. She basically makes it sound like Splice themselves are content IDing their own samples. Maybe there are certain things in that video they didn't like. I don't know if it was like detrimental though. I don't think too many people were watching that video and coming out of it and thinking Splice is horrible. After this though, this kind of makes them look a lot worse, in my opinion. Diverting topic here a little bit. The worst thing about Splice is that when you stop paying the monthly fee, they take away all your credits. So if you pay $9.99 a month for like 100 credits or whatever, and you have like 1,500 saved up, and you do not pay for 1 month, they're gone. Those are all gone. Anyways, they tried to hash things out via a call. Coincidentally, after this is when they issued the strike, and they claim it was for showing the proprietary license. The irony, of course, is that they have a video on their own YouTube channel where they show this proprietary license. After this is when she did the video talking about the strike, how it's false, and overall just explaining the situation. But yeah, Splice, they pulled a whoopsie here. They abused DMCA law, and in my opinion, it was almost definitely done in bad faith. Unfortunately, it is damn near impossible to make sure people face repercussions for this sort of thing, and that's generally why YouTubers and their audiences care and should care so much about this sort of thing. And anyways, bam, somehow out of left field, Louis Rossman picked up the story and backed her up, basically saying like, hey, stop picking on this 70,000 subscriber YouTube channel and pick on me instead. Multi-million subscriber YouTube channel who is not afraid to go to court. Anyways, the video ended up coming back up due to her filing a counterclaim. That's overall the gist of the situation. Splice, bad. Still gonna use those credits though. Sorry. Copyright striking, bad. And yeah, TLDR, Splice pulled a whoopsie. In our next story, we have a new plugin that seems to be the heavy artillery of a delay plugin. You may have heard of Sound Particles before. They previously released their Sky Dust 3D Synth, which is a spatial audio synthesizer, meaning you can control the spaciousness within the synthesizer, hence the name including the word 3D. Their new plugin is named INDELAY. You can have up to 100 different delays in different configurations, and you can place them anywhere around you, and the location can change dynamically while playing the source material. You can add air simulation to create realism. Don't worry, I'm just as confused as you guys. And you can customize independent channel sources for the 16 taps that you have available. Okay, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I'm curious on the stability of this software because it looks like there's a lot going on. So if you're thinking 100 delays is overkill, you're not the only one. All right, that's it, guys. Delay plugins are done for. There's nothing, we're wrapped here. We're wrapped. There's nothing else left to add. Okay, and just like that, we've run into a problem. It costs $148.99. This is the July sale discount. Normal price is $199. So yeah, this is some expensive shit here. You are paying big bucks for this heavy artillery delay plugin. Is it worth it? I can't really say. I should have known it was really expensive because there's a button here that says see price. Whenever there's a button that says see price, it's about to be really expensive. In our next story, Mark Zuckerberg is in talks to become part owner of Supreme. Yeah, I'm not making that up. That's not a joke. That's the headline there. That's the whole headline and that's the story. Oh boy, this is my favorite type of segment to do. A segment where we get to talk about me. Just a shout out to Music Tech for featuring my recent interview with Florian from Bad Gear in their online website. Yeah, something I did not expect. I did not expect that interview to be featured in their magazine website. I don't know, do you just call it a website now? What do you call it? So you guys may remember I did an interview about a week ago featuring Bad Gear, you know, Audio Pills does the show Bad Gear. You may have seen it. A lot of you guys have probably seen it because according to my analytics, a lot of you guys watch that channel. So they basically wrote a little thing talking about how Audio Pills got a little thing for Uli Berenger. And that's not just because they're deeply in love. Anyways, you may remember in this interview, I asked Audio Pills his thoughts on Uli Berenger and why I would constantly see comments of him saying how much he loves Uli Berenger. I basically just wanted to find out if he was trolling. We did not get any closer to the answer. TLDR, they covered it. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Press the like button on this video if you want to avoid pulling a whoopsie. Subscribe if you're new here. If you want to support the channel and what I do here, consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member. For as low as $5 a month, you get access to exclusive content, outtakes, and more. I'll see you guys next time.